All new award-winning Da'Maya Damian starts now.
Da 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 do do the do 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 you bound da 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 jazz.
Go, 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 yo, go, 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 yo, go, 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 yo. Go, 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 yeah, go, 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 go.
Happy Friday, happy Friday, happy Friday, yeah, 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 yeah. Happy Friday, happy Friday, happy Friday, yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh, yes, you guys, happy Friday. Yes, 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 beautiful people. We have finally made it through the week. Oh my goodness gracious. It feels like it has been a long, long, long week, but we made it, we made it, we made it. So yes, you guys, welcome to the award-winning daytime talk show, Da'Maya and Damian. Now, if you've been watching this week, you already know something important. Damian. Mr. Damian Anderson. He is not here. Yes. So I know some of you out there is like, oh, Damian's not here. We want him back. But probably another people out there is like, oh, yes, Damian's not here. So he can stop interrupting Da'Maya. Da'Maya's doing this by herself. So yes, 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 we can see more of Da'Maya. Yes, but I know how y'all feel. I know how y'all feel. But don't y'all don't feel overly excited or overly sad because he's coming back. Okay, Damian's coming back. He is coming back, and we're going to start off the new week fresh and new. Okay, so and before the rumor starts, no, he did not quit the show. He's just taking a little vacation. Just take some time off and just relax and just have some time for himself. So it's a very short vacation, but I promise you, he is coming back. Okay. So as of last Friday, we did play the Jelly Bean Boozled challenge. Oh my gosh, I can still taste that liver and onions in my mouth. Ugh. But unfortunately for me, I lost. So yeah, that's that. Which means the punishment was simple. Damian gets the week off and I host the show solo. Which I feel as if I'm doing a good job so far. Don't y'all think? If so, comment down below. But somewhere right now, I know like I said, he's relaxing, he's drinking his sweet tea, and enjoying life with our rotten jelly bean flavors. Yes, because he keeps saying I still taste that liver onions in my mouth. Yep. But meanwhile, I have been here holding down the show all week. Ooh. So if you survived the week with me, thank you, thank you, thank you. Because it has been a very long, long, long week, I tell you. Yes. But before we jump into today's conversations, let's do a quick New Year's resolution check-in. Because at the start of the year, we both had made some goals. Yes, we did. Mine was to read more books, and Damian was to, you know what? This boy right here, my brother, is not much say. He had the nerve, he had the audacity to give me a homework assignment. Like, he had given me a homework assignment, you guys, that I had to read one full book. One book in a week, and I had to report back to you guys to tell you all what was the book about. Did I like it? Did I not like it? This and that. So, here is my update. First off, let me show y'all the book that I'm currently reading. It is called Paris. I really love the cover of the book. Oh, it's just so good. It looks so perfect. But I wish I could tell you guys what the book is about, but I know there's some young folks watching, so I'm just gonna not tell you guys. But I will say it is a very, very good book, I might say. And once I finish reading this book, the dude has some series on the back. Got some series, and I'm definitely going to buy them and read it. So, yes. Oh, I almost forgot. Y'all want to know how far I got into the book? Did I finish it or did I not? Well, no, I have not finished the book. But let me tell y'all this: there are 25 chapters. And I did say it was 20, but I messed up. There are actually 25. But I can say I am on chapter 19, which means I'm almost finished with the book. So Damian cannot say anything that, because I know he said that he wanted me to finish the book, but, at least I am almost finished. So that's something. I'm almost finished with the book, and I have been reading about a couple of chapters a day. So, yes. So this is my second week of this book, and I'm almost finished. So he can't say anything. He really can't, because he haven't even completed his goals while he's talking, which I know he's probably looking at me right now watching this and saying, Da'Maya, you were supposed to finish the book. You were supposed to finish the book. Well, let me tell you this, my friend. You haven't completed your goal. And your goal was to get better sleep at night, which I can understand it is hard, but you had said you want to get better sleep, and that was your goal. But have you completed that? No. And there's another goal of him that he had said. He said that he wanted to stop cutting me off on our shows and let me, say what I have to say. And he's always saying, well, Da'Maya, I'm always forgetting of saying stuff. So because if I had something in my mind, I have to let it out. Which, Damian, I understand that. I do, because I get that way as well. But as I told him, if I'm saying something, he had to keep his mouth shut. And he does have a little problem that which he's working on it. He is working on it. But like I told him, if Mr. Maya is saying something, he has to be quiet, and therefore I can say what I have to say. And once I am finished what I have to say, then he can have the flow. Then he can say what he has to say. Am I right? I know I'm right, because just let me talk. Just let me say what I have to say. And then he can say what he has to say. Okay. Enough of me rambling about Damian. Y'all could probably tell that I'm missing him, which I am missing him. But don't worry, guys. He will be back. He will be back. Yes. And, I forgot another thing that Damian said that his goals was to read more books. He has not read one book yet. So I don't know when he's going to get started on that. But when he does, I'm going to give him a homework assignment. You feel me? So stay tuned for that. Okay, so not technically he succeeded this week because he hasn't cut me off once, which I'm giving him a hand clap for that. And that's only because he's not here. So I got the flow, and I can say whatever I have to say without him saying, yeah, excuse me. I'm so sorry. I had to cut you off. Like, he's always saying, like, I'm so sorry, Da'Maya. I'm so sorry I had to cut you off. But yeah, I don't have to hear him say that, because it's just me here, and I get the flow. Okay, get the flow and get on the roll. Get on the flow and get on the roll. Okay. Let me stop. Let's get into today's conversation. This debate pops up in workplaces everywhere. Some people say being friends with your boss builds trust, teamwork, and better communication. Others say it creates awkward power dynamics, favoritism, occupations and blur professional boundaries. Because at the end of the day, your boss is still your boss. Facts. So the question becomes, can real friendship exist when one person controls the promotions and the paychecks? Boy, boy, boy. This topic slash question right here. Before I get into the answer, my boss, she watches our show. Yes, she does. And which we're eternally grateful. Like, thank you. Thank you for watching us and supporting us. But the question does ask, can you be friends with your boss? Now, I really don't know what to say about this question, but I can say this though, because she is watching. I can say she is a very great boss and she is a very great person. She has helped me through a lot over the years I have been working for her, and she, like I said, she's incredible. She's a great person. She helps out people. She's just doing it. She's out there. She's doing what she loves best. But as far as becoming friends with her, I mean, I guess I can consider her as a friend, but at the end of the day, she is my boss, and I have to look at her as my boss. So that's all I had to say about that. But I know if Damian was on here, I really want to hear what Damian has to say about this question. But sadly, he's not here. But I can, after the show, I can ask him, how does he feel? Can he be friends with his boss? But yeah, but I know there's a lot of, bosses or employees who are friends, and I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that. As long as you keep that trust, and remember at the end of the day, you do have that boss slash employee relationship that you need to have, and you need to build on that, because you don't want any chaos, you don't want any complications, you don't need, in that downfall or negativity and things just go haywire. Like, you don't need that. But yeah, being friends with your boss, I think that's okay. But like I said, you just have to be careful. So that's my take on that. So now the next one sparked a big online debate. Some people say age is just a number. Yeah. If the connection is real, it shouldn't matter. Others say age tells you a lot about someone's life stage, priorities, and maturity. And some dating experts say not knowing someone's age early on can actually create trust issues later on down the road. So the question is simple. Will you date someone if you didn't know their age yet? Well, I already know the answer to this. Do I want to date someone if I didn't know their age? Absolutely not. If I'm ever talking to someone or dating someone, I need to know how old they are, because I don't want to be, okay, I'm 24 years old. I don't want to be 24 years old and date a 17-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm going to date someone, I need for that person to be completely 100% honest with me. Like, the first thing, like, I want to ask them, how old you are, because I don't want to be here 24 and you're 17 or you're 45. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to know how old you are, and that way, and see, if anything could go along with our relationship. But this phrase, excuse me, that I've been hearing and seeing a lot. Age is just a number. Yes, it is a number. But with me, gosh, I don't want to lash out on people because I know there's certain people that's whose age difference is completely different. For example, you have a 21-year-old dating a 47-year-old man, or you have a 17-year-old guy who's dating a 30-year-old woman. Like, yes, at the end of the day, age is just a number. But for me, I would rather prefer dating someone that's close to my age. So, like I said, I'm 24. I want to date someone who's like 25, 26, 27, So, I mean, y'all could y'all could date whoever y'all want. If a girl, for instance, if you want to date a 30-year-old guy and you're 18, you do you. You do you. But with me, I'm staying out of that because I certainly don't want to date anyone younger than me or 10 or 20 years older than me. So that's just my take. That's just my take on that. So yeah. All right, beautiful people, stick around because next we continue our Women's History Month celebration, HERstory in Motion. Yes. And later, Damian returns in a never before seen closer look segment that didn't air. Plus, we're showing never before seen clips from conversations about Instagram safety features and telling your friends a secret. Don't move, you guys. More Da'Maya Damian coming up after this. Da'Maya Damian will be right back. Welcome back, beautiful people. March means one thing here on our show. HERstory in Motion. Woo, woo, woo. Yes, our annual Women's History Month celebration highlighting influential women who shape politics, culture, entertainment, and history. Yes, because progress doesn't just happen. It happens when people challenge the system, speak up, and refuse to accept the limits placed on them. So here we go with our spotlights. Here is spotlight number 1, politics. And this person is Barbara Jordan. Barbara Jordan made history as the first Black woman elected to the Texas Senate and later became the first Southern Black woman elected to the United States House of Representatives. But many Americans remember her powerful movement during the Watergate hearings in 1974, when her speech about the Constitution became one of the most memorable moments in congressional history. Her voice, clarity, and leadership made her one of the most respected political figures of her time. So here's the question. What makes a leader's voice powerful enough to shape a national conversation? Before I jump into the answer, I want to talk about Damian, for instance. Y'all see how I miss him. But I want to mention how he likes to cut me off, most of the time of what I say. And, he likes to jump in and say, oh, I mean, because you have Da'Maya, blah, 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 blah. That right there says a lot. Now, he's not doing it on purpose. He's not trying to, be disrespectful. He's actually helping me. He's actually trying to lift me up and saying, trying to be confident, trying to, get out there and speak my mind and say what I have to say. So basically, he's not trying to do nothing, to hurt me or trying to be disrespectful. He's just trying to help me out because this is my first time doing a talk show. And in the beginning, I was very scared, but he actually came to me, gave me some good advice. He really helped me along the way. And see where I am right now, it's all because of him. Like, I would have not been here today if it wasn't for Damian. So for Damian, thank you. I know you're not a woman, but thank you so much for giving me that input, for giving me that strong advice that I needed, because there's a lot of women out there who is afraid to speak their mind, who's afraid to, say the truth, that wants to say what's coming from their heart. And I know where that stands because when I was younger, I was shy. I was a shy girl in school who didn't want to say anything because I feel like I may not get the answer right. I may not like my answers, my words may not come out right because I would say right in my head, but then once it come out of my mouth, it's something completely different. So that's why I had kept my mouth shut over the years of me being in school. But now I have a voice and I'm going to use it. I have a voice and I'm going to say what I have to say. I'm going to speak my mind and I'm going to be that confident woman that I am today. And for y'all young women or older women, like whoever, if y'all seeing this right now, do not be afraid. Do not be afraid to speak your mind. That is the key for today. For me, is to speak your mind. Say what you have to say because it is very important because you matter. You matter. Ooh, excuse me. You matter. Women matter. Men matter. We all matter in our very specific, generic way. So don't ever forget that. So here is our second spotlight, which is entertainment, and this person is Shonda Rhimes. Yes, Shonda Rhimes. In television, Shonda Rhimes completely changed the landscape of storytelling. Yes. She created hit series like Grey's Anatomy, love that show, Scandal, and Bridgerton. Ooh. Shows known for diverse casting, complex characters, and bold storytelling. Beyond entertainment, she's also opened doors for countless writers, actors, and producers who previously didn't have opportunities in Hollywood. So here's this question. How does storytelling influence the way society understands different experiences and perspectives? So this question refers back to last episode where I talked about representation, how that matters. And I want to dive into that for a moment because I point out, that, a lot of people, women especially, need to have more time, behind the scenes because, there's a role where women can do, not just on screen, but behind the scenes, they can, do props or, just anything, because it matters at the end of the day. And we need more of that. We need more women to step into the world, we need, talk more about, women. We need to talk more about Black men, how they pour, we need to talk about, women's miscarriages. We need, there's just a lot that we need to cover because a lot of things is not being covered in today's society because there's just a lot in today's world that's just not good. And we need to get back on track. We need to get back into doing what is supposed to be right. We need to do all those things that needs to be positive. We need to set examples to our younger folks. We need to set examples of how we need to step in and have them, follow our footsteps because we don't want to step back. We don't need to do all the negative stuff. We don't need all the gun violence. We don't need, the rape. We don't need all of that stuff because it's going to come back and they're going to see all of that. And we don't want our younger folks to, see all that bad stuff that's going on in today's society. We need to step in. All the women, all the men, we need to be better examples for our younger folks. Yes, absolutely. So here is our final spotlight, which is science and history. This person is May Jemison. Dr. Mae Jemison made history in 1992 when she became the first Black woman to travel to space aboard the space shuttle Endeavour. If I'm saying that wrong, I'm so sorry. But before becoming an astronaut, she was also a medical doctor, engineer, and Peace Corps physician. Her career shows how science, education, and curiosity can open doors that once seemed impossible. Today, she continues to advocate for STEM education, I'm so sorry, y'all, and innovation for future generations. So here's the question. Why is representation in fields like science and technology so important for young people growing up today? Ooh, I feel like I'm saying word representation so much because, it's important. Representation matters. Now, for this question right here, how is it so important for young people today? It's very, very important because, science and technology is not labeled. It's not labeled for a man thing to do. It's not meant for a man. Like it could be for women too, for Dr. May. She's, the first Black woman, to do what she did. Like it's not just for men. Women could do it too. It's not like, a a role for a teacher. That's not just for a male. Females can also step in. And I see this. Here's the thing: we need to embrace more women to do so much, in this world because there's not so many women today that's not doing all these good things, like for science, history, math. Like I feel as if, today or in the past, women was labeled for, certain things, like beauty or fashion, nails. Like that's not just for women, men could do all, those things as well, like we need to stop labeling ourselves. Like we have to embrace, like if women want to step in and do science or engineering, they can do that. Or if men want to step into fashion or interior design, they can do that. So we have to remember that representation matters because we want to help our young people. That's what today's society is about. We have to help our young folks step into, anything that we want to do in today's world. So we have to remember that representation matters. It very, very matters. So Women's History isn't just something we celebrate in March. It is something that continues to shape the world every single day. Yes, yes, yes. As Damian would say, yes, yes, yes. Don't y'all move, you guys, because we'll be right back.
Da'Maya and Damian will be right back.
Welcome back, you guys. Even though Damian's off this week, we still have a never before seen Damian's closer look segment that didn't air. So let's take a look at as Damian talks about why calling people out has replaced honest conversations. So roll the clip.
Beautiful people, let's take a closer look, shall we? Somewhere along the way, calling out people has become a personality trait, right? Every disagreement is a pose, every mistake is a thread, every hurt feeling becomes a public announcement. And we have convinced ourselves that's accountability. But is it? So there's a difference between accountability and performance. Accountability says, I care enough about you or the situation to address it so it can improve. But call out culture often says, I need everyone to see that I was right. Yeah. One is about growth, and the other is about exposure. And exposure doesn't always lead to change. Sometimes it just leads to embarrassment. So let me ask you something, beautiful people. Let me ask you something. If your goal is a resolution, why start with humiliation? Why start embarrassing people? Why start calling out folks? Because, we screenshot, we repost, we subtweet, we gather witnesses, we do all the things, right? But maturity, where does that fall into play? Maturity knocks on the door, ding, 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 before it grabs a microphone. You know what I'm saying? Private conversations build bridges, but public shaming builds audience. Which one do you fall in? And not every conflict needs an audience. Think about that. Think about that. Now, this one might sting a little for some of you guys. And I'm going to tell you why. Because sometimes we'll say this here. We all should be familiar with this here, right? Which is, I'm just telling my truth, right? I'm just telling my truth. This is my truth, my belief, But if we're truly honest with ourselves, was it the truth or was it ego? Because ego loves a spotlight, doesn't it? It loves to be seen by everyone. Ego loves applause. Ego loves being validated by folks in the comment section so everyone can see, yay, we see you, you matter, right? That stuff. The truth, on the other hand, doesn't need a crowd. It just needs courage. Now, if your truth destroys instead of restores, it might not be the truth after all. It just might be pride. So here's the real tension right here. Here's the thing I want you guys to focus together on. Because calling out people publicly feels powerful in the moment. I know it does. I know it is. Believe me, because I have did sometimes, and it feels great in the moment, right? You feel like, oh, I got it off my chest, because you get support, you get sympathy, and you get digital high fives. Yeah, you get all the love, you get all of the attention, right? But what do you lose during all of it? The relationship, the chance to repair, the opportunity to grow. I mean, the list just goes on and on, right? Maturity is often quiet. It's silence, right? It doesn't trend. It doesn't even go viral. But it lasts longer than applauses ever will. That just struck some of you guys out there. So maybe the real question I'm trying to ask you guys is, and you are wondering is, it isn't, should I call them out? Or maybe it's, am I trying to correct or am I trying to be seen? Am I trying to be correct or am I trying to be seen? Accountability builds, right? Humiliation performs. And ego disguises itself as righteousness every single time. Beautiful people, before you post it, before you even expose it, before you turn it into content, ask yourself this right here. Is it about healing? Or is it about winning? Yeah. And that's Damian's closer look.
Wow. Okay, so that was actually a really good point, Damian. Like, he has pointed out some really good inputs. I'm telling you, growth doesn't always need an audience. It sure doesn't. It sure doesn't. So more Da'Maya Damian after this. Da'Maya Damian will be right back. Alright, you guys, before we close out the week, we want to show you a couple of never before seen clips that didn't make it into previous episodes. So let's check them out. Instagram is testing, yes, alerts in the US, Canada, UK, and Australia if teens search for self-harm content. Parents may be notified. On one hand, safety, and on the other, privacy. So, is this prevention or surveillance?
I'm liking this here. I really do because I explained this a lot on my other platforms that our teens, our children, they are in so danger, like especially in today's society, with social media, with the phones. I just
Social media really hits you.
It's the worst. It's the worst ever in this world, especially for our kids growing up. And I can't understand parents out there. I just had to speak on this for just a moment. I can't understand parents out there who gives their child phones early on, like when they're 3, 4, or 5. Like, what? That makes no sense to me.
I mean, they can learn, but not with a phone.
Right. Because you're trying to shut them up by handing them that. No, you need to, and I'm not saying that all parents are not doing this. I know some parents out there, who give them, who give phones to their children at that age, and they're actually disciplining their children, right? But I'm talking about the ones out there who just do not. They just hand phones to their children, and that's it. They don't discipline. They don't do nothing. I'm talking to the parents out there. Get your butt up and start parenting. And I feel like this right here, Instagram, yes. They're not just only doing this here. They're doing it in Canada, UK, Australia. If they see teens searching, they want to hurt themselves. It will notify their parents because how we had these young people, in the past, killing themselves, right? And the parents had no idea what was happening with their child because the child didn't speak to their parents about this, or the parents didn't check up, on their child. See, we have to start by talking to our children, parents. I'm not trying to be long with this because I want to hear your thoughts on this tonight, but it starts at home. It starts at home.
Exactly.
We have to start talking to our children, not just saying, just a simple thing. How's your day at school? How's your day at school today? Dig in more with that. It can't just be that the child goes on and you start making supper. No, sit down at the kitchen table and stuff. I'm not trying to be long to my butt. Let me hear from you thoughts about this because
I'm just all over the place. Like you said, it starts at home, and I say that a lot because how the child acts is coming from home. It's something that the parents are not doing right. See, this is what kills me. Parents are not acting like parents. They're not being their role. Their role is to be a parent.
Be serious. And I didn't mean to cut you off, but we had this conversation on the show before. You talk about this, but keep going.
And then for the child, is to be a child. So parents, just wake up, please, because y'all the adult here. You are the adult. You supposed to be you're supposed to listen to your child. If your child is saying, mom or dad, I didn't have a good day at school because blah, 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 blah. Open up your ears because they're telling you something. They're saying, guys, I didn't have a good day because such and such. you have to wake up. You have to open your eyes. You have to open up your ears and listen, because you never know what your child is going through. That's all I have to say. But this honestly, this is ridiculous how now today's society is just crazy.
And
It's absolutely crazy.
And it's also sad of how social media, how Instagram and probably other platforms, have been stepping up to the plate and trying to find ways of how to protect our children. That's so sad that these apps have to do
social media.
Well, then also there's some bad sides to it, Da'Maya, but how Instagram is stepping up and trying to do this, to help parents out there.
Because the parents are too lazy to, just be with their child or children.
It's so ridiculous. Now, these are just, some parents out there, because there are some wonderful, great parents out there who are actually doing the work every day, disciplining their child, doing this or that. I give kudos, to our mom, because she has been like that. She wasn't like, because she was very strict onto us, and she still is today. Even though, we're adults, she's still very strict on us today, because look at us. Now, we could have been something totally different than mine. Let's speak on that for a second. We could have been something, because I actually did this in one of our prayers at church, that we could be out onto the streets tonight doing bad things. But we was raised right, right?
Exactly.
We grew up in the church.
Exactly.
Now, I'm going to just say this right here. Yes, I know, when we was little, they took us to church, but, as we got, a little older, we wanted to, because we wanted to establish a relationship with Jesus.
Say that.
Nobody being precious of, you need to know. No.
We decided, we made that choice.
Exactly.
Continuing.
Exactly.
To go to church.
Exactly. And, as we was, when we was little, we continuing with that. And look at how we are today, because we was raised right.
Yes.
We know right from wrong.
Yes.
Our manners.
Yes.
Proper talk.
Yes.
And these kids talking slang, talking garbage mess.
Cursing, just
cursing. We could talk about that on a different show. We wanted to inform you guys onto that.
Yes.
So we want to inform you guys onto that. So let us know, is this a helpful feature or a slippery slope? And let's chime in. All right. Is it ever okay to tell your friend's secret? Some people disguise gossip as concern.
Exactly. If it's not your story, it is not your platform.
So I love that. Do you have some? Roll that back up, please, so the mic can read that again. Say it again, Da'Maya.
It is not your story. It is not your platform.
So the real,
I was gonna say, if it doesn't concern you, keep your mouth shut.
Bingo. That's right. So real question, are you protecting or exposing? And would you be okay if someone did it to you? So Da'Maya, how would you react to this if someone did this to you? Expose your secret. Well, if your friend, expose your secret.
I would be highly upset, because that secret was meant for you and I, not you and I plus 10 other people. So if I tell you it is a secret, keep it just between you and me, then it should stay between you and me. But if you want to be the fake friend, let me not quote that. If you want to be the fake friend and go tell 10, 20, 50 other people my secret, my privacy, then I look at you a whole different way now, because
fascinating.
You're supposed to be my friend. I was supposed to rely on you. I was supposed to trust you. But since you want to flip the script and do something that I specifically told you not to do, then our friendship is in jeopardy.
I heard that.
In jeopardy.
I heard you. Because
secrets. It says it. Secrets, which
Yes.
means it should be kept close.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I tell Da'Maya a secret, she better not tell nobody, right?
Right.
Because I expressed it out to you,
Mm-hmm.
and it's your job to keep it close because it's between us two. Nobody else does not need to know that, right?
Exactly.
And yeah, just like you said, there are fake friends out there. Like, what is the real let's be honest, what is the real definition of a best friend? Because best friends do not do that. Like, I'm best friends with Brian and Prince TJ. I don't do that to them. They don't do that to me. Because we have established our friendship from the start.
Mm-hmm.
There are some things that they know about me that only they know.
Mm-hmm.
There are some things I know about them that I know, and I'm not exposing that to anybody unless they tell me to,
Mm-hmm.
and vice versa. But secrets are secrets for a reason. That's why you can't trust people. Well, some people, not because there are some genuine good people like us that you could trust, but there's a lot of people out there you just can't. Because, we talked about this on the show before, your business out there onto the streets. I'm like, how did you know that? People these days. So, beautiful people, we want your thoughts. Share on our socials.
Yeah. And if you missed those original conversations or our past ones, you can catch them anytime on our YouTube channel and coming soon on podcast feed. Stick around, more after the break. Yep, I'm back with the snap. Back with the snap. Hey, what a way to close out the week. Ooh, we're here for the weekend. I know I am. And Damian's vacation is coming to an end because next week he will be back. Yes. Today we talk about workplace friendships, dating debates, celebrate incredible women through HERstory in motion, and revisited some powerful conversations. Yes. And here's today's takeaway. Friendship, honesty, and boundaries all require the same thing. Self-awareness. Knowing who you are helps you decide who you want around you. Thank you for spending your Friday with me. Yes. And Damian, if you're watching from your vacation, which I know you are, enjoy it while it lasts because I'm telling you, I keep saying this. Next week, you are coming back. Yes, you guys, Damian's coming back. He's coming back. He is coming back. Now, I have enjoyed being here solo. It feels good to be in the middle, not having Damian cutting me off most of our shows. But I know you guys miss him as much as I do. But I'm telling you guys, he's coming back. He's coming back. He's coming back. Yes. And he's back going to work. Yes. Back in action. And remember, you guys, no matter how busy life gets, protect your peace, trust your voice, and never be afraid to walk your own path. Yes. We love y'all and see you this weekend. Bye.